All right, Jamal James loses last night in the first round of the WBA uh, tournament, welterweight tournament. He loses to um, I can't pronounce. I call him Bitty Boo, Better Boo, Radzhab, Better Boo. He loses to him in 9 rounds. The referee, Celestino Ruiz, just stopped it out of nowhere. All right. But I really had no issue with the stoppage because it was gonna happen. Um, James, he just didn't for all the height he got. He didn't have reach advantage, and they kept saying utilize the jab. And I think that's what you need to do. But for all that height, he 6'2". He don't have long arms. He only has 70-inch arms, and Radzhab has 70-inch arms, and Radzhab has 72-inch arms, and he was 5'10" for welterweight, man. And he looked pretty strong last night, man. So I don't exactly know. Was Jamal James 100% or not? But when I watch him fight, I really not impressed. All right, really not impressed to watch him fight, man. When I see him fight, it just look like he just don't look like he looks strong at the weight. Okay, he don't never look strong. He don't ever look durable. Like he had a hard time keeping guys up off of him. And last night, man, when Joel Diaz said this Radzhab was gonna knock him out, about the second, third round, I seen it change. He threw like 3 uppercuts and he didn't hurt him. He struck his jab was his best weapon. And it didn't hurt. Radzhab switched southpaw, and that's all she wrote. When he switched southpaw, he hit him with a sweeping right hook, and Jamal James couldn't do nothing with him. I think he did end up going back orthodox, but southpaw is when it all became over. I didn't even know this fight went 9 rounds. It was so one sided. It seemed like it was a 6 or 7 round fight, but James went to the body just as much as Radzhab did last night. But the difference was Radzhab had more hydrogen in his gloves, and James didn't have nothing in his gloves. He didn't have no power in his gloves, man. He just couldn't keep him off of him. And then then he started fighting inside, and that was a safe place. But when you start getting on the inside, you can't. But when you go on the inside, his biggest issue was you can't stand in front of this dude. When you go on the inside, you notice Pernell Whitaker, when he fought Julio Cesar Chavez, he used angles. So when he was in the inside, he never stayed, in front of Chavez Jr. too long. He would step over, and Chavez would have to turn. By the time Chavez would completely turn, he'd run his combinations and throw his punches and get over. When the inside is a safe place, that was a good part for him. People said, "Oh, he should be on the outside yesterday." Well, he couldn't keep this dude off of him. His jab was the only punch, and then his 1-2 was so weak, and he wearing those Cletus Reyes gloves. He didn't have no power. So the safe space for him on the inside, but I don't know if his legs wasn't there or whatever it may be. That was a safe space for him. It was, but you have to turn him. When you're on the inside, you can't stand in front of him. He's been a welterweight his whole career. Maybe that has something to do with it. He only have 12 knockouts out of 29 fights. Now, but you can't stand in front of him. Once you get on the inside and you get him you get on the inside, you gotta turn him. You gotta turn this guy. You cannot sit in front of him. Turn him. Run your combination, turn him. But he just didn't have enough, firepower to keep Kid off of him. He would dig to the body. The Kid would dig to the body and hurt him. And like I said before, I knew in the second, third round, this fight was over with. When he started, floundering around that ring like a magic carp, like a fish out of water. And he started just floundering like a fish. You know, you gotta be able to, on the outside, you gotta be able to gain some respect. He didn't gain this guy's respect. He didn't gain this respect, and like I said before, man, you know, he's gonna go on the inside. If he was gonna go there, he would have to, you know, step over, shoot angle. But it's hard when you don't have no power. It's hard to be at this level when you don't have, you know, when you don't have no power. It's hard. And this dude, you know, is he something special as a welterweight? I can't really say that he is. You know, I just, you know, I can't say that he will be an elite welterweight, or you know, but they said the power's there. I don't know. You know, he had no contest with Bruce Putin. I don't know what happened, but I do. Bruce Putin got popped out, but I don't know as far as, you know, how he got beat, how Bruce Putin beat him. But you know, he's strong. You know what I'm saying? Keep coming. You know, he there to be hit. He there to be hit. So I mean, but honestly, he just started stepping it up to, you know, he just went 12 for the first time in no contest. So he looked like he was gonna go strong 12 last night, but like Jamal James, I don't know if he, you know, he could put the weight to move on. I don't know if he could put that weight on to move on, but excuse me. He gonna have to close, you know. I don't. He gonna have to make a decision because he didn't look, you know, like he looked tired. And that's because it was a hard weight cut, or that's because he couldn't take the punching power. You know, if he couldn't take the power, he probably gonna be a gatekeeper now. Honestly, but you know, this kid will have a chance versus Ugas. If Ugas get past the onus, he will have a chance. Because Ugas fight up and down this competition, he'd be there to hit Ugas. He'd be there to hit Ugas. He will be there to hit Ugas. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, but good win for him. Jamal James, get back to the drawing board, I would guess. But let me know what you guys thought, man, about the fight. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you want to advertise on the channel, video question, chop it up. Whatever it may be, business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video questions, woke up. I know what that is. Other than that, man, all links there. I want to make a financial donation. Cash App, CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Just keep, you know, sharing it, and I'm gonna keep putting it down. Appreciate the love, support. Check out the boxing fight, reaction playlist. Excuse me, boxing reaction playlist and welterweight playlist. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time.